What is up, boys? And this is the betting results from my premium group for UFC Fight Night Mario Bautista versus Vinicius Oliveira. And we did pretty well on this card. We profited over 2.85 units, which is a very solid profit. I was feeling pretty confident going into this card, and it played out how I thought it would for the most part. I done pretty well on bets, another great night of profits. And honestly, I thought we got very, very unlucky and we should have been making a lot more bank. But you can't complain about a profitable week. And of course, the beast bet of the week hit and lots of other bets. So let's get right into it. I'll start off with some of the losses. Now, I'll start off with some of the bigger losses. My 1.25 unit bet on Amir Albazi versus Haraguchi to go the distance plus strikes. So this fight went the distance, but I was looking at the price tag and it was around $1.45 or like minus 220. So I said I'll add 25 significant strikes each, and that boosted it all the way to $1.90 / minus 110. And I thought Haraguchi would win this fight, but I thought Amir Albazi would land 25 significant strikes. He was about 5 or 6 strikes short of that number, which is kind of crazy how he didn't land 25 significant strikes in a 15-minute fight, but that's how good Haraguchi's movement is. I thought my logic was correct as the fight went the distance, but I went to juice up the odds and that didn't pay off. So that was a miss, but I don't think that was a bad read at all. I had half a unit on Wiklax versus Gafarov fight to go the distance. Now this is just insane. 1 second from hitting. That's where I say that we went very unlucky on this card. Ultimately, I think anyone that watched that fight could see that this was a good read. And the reason I played this one is because it was at pretty good plus money, $2.15 / plus 115. If this was pick 'em odds or lower, I probably wouldn't have touched it, but at plus money, I thought it was good odds. And this bet realistically should have cashed, but he decided to tap with the second left, which is absolutely crazy, and that's just about as unlucky as you can get. I also had a bet on Don Checo, half a unit for him to get the round 1 KO. Again, super close to getting that round 1 finish, but Moreno hanged in there. And yeah, the logic was pretty clear. I thought if Don Checo was going to win by KO, it is going to be in round 1, and the odds were pretty decent, so that's why I played the bet. Then I had Matsumoto money line. I played that because he was at $3.50. Split decision, a very close fight. I'm not saying robbery. I personally thought Basharat won, but I think that was a correct bet at those odds because that was a very close fight. I had Almeida sub in round 1. That was a bit of a hedge bet, so that's fine, not hitting. Then I also did have a small bet on Cachoeira on the money line and the KO under 1.5 rounds. That was a bit of a bad read, I'll be honest. That wasn't really close, and she did lose that fight pretty convincingly. Also had a very tiny sprinkle on Matsumoto KO just because the odds are absolutely insane, and I thought there was a world where he could have hurt Basharat and he could have finished him. But now let's get into the victories on this card. And first off, we got to go with the beast bet of the week yet again. 2-0 on the episodes on the YouTube and 3-0 on beast bet inside the Discord. So we are undefeated. Last week we had Volk on the money line. This week we had Jacoby on the money line. And I was looking at these odds like, why are these odds so close? Julius Walker is 1-1 in the UFC and has not looked good. And Jacoby has been on a KO streak. And that's what he done. A bit of a rocky start in round 1. Actually, all he really did was got taken down a couple times, didn't get put in any danger at all, and he was landing the better shots on the feet. But Jacoby found that KO like I thought he would. So we cashed the 2 units beast bet of the week on the Jacoby money line. Also, we cashed the Jacoby KO bet. And also, we cashed the Jacoby under 1.5 bet rounds by KO. So we laddered that up, and that was where we got a lot of our profits on the night. I was super hyped up when that hit, and that's what we do with beast bet of the week. And we're going to make it another profitable beast bet of the week for next week, which I'm super hyped up about. Then I had Wong Kong versus Eduardo Moro to go the distance. Look, that fight had a lot of finishing potential. Both girls nearly finished each other. But I think that was the right play at the right price tag, and that's what hit. We also had Basharat versus Matsumoto fight to go the distance plus significant strikes. The odds for this were pretty good when I had the strikes added to it. And 2 units turned into 3.4, which was very nice. Also, I had the Cunha versus Almeida fight over 1.5 rounds. I had 1.25 units on that. That hit. And I also had another bet of 0.5 units on that fight to go the distance. I do not know why it's not on this graph, but I did have that bet. And the Bautista versus Oliveira fight to go the distance bet, that is wrong. That didn't go the distance. And Then I also had a tiny sprinkle on Olajaychik vs Barriot to go the distance, 0.2 units, and that was a very nice bet that hit at high odds. I did think Mikhail by KO was the most likely path for this fight, but I did think Marc-Andre Barriot was getting a bit disrespected and he was more durable than that, and this fight went the distance. So all in all, plus 2.85 units is pretty solid, and the fact that we got super unlucky with Gene Matsumoto split decision that could have went his way, the Muangafrov fight being ended with 1 second left, and also Amir Albazi being 5 significant strikes away, Daniel Doncheko to getting very close to getting a round 1 KO. This could have been a very insanely profitable night, but 2.85 units is very solid, and we'll take it every day of the week. And that's 2 profitable weeks in a row, and we're about to get on a very big win streak. And also, every single free bet I gave in my free Discord hit again. That was the over 1.5 on the Gelton Almeida fight, and the Justin Jacoby beast bet of the week, of course. So we have hit 5 free bets in a row inside the free Discord, and we are 6 out of 7 free bets for the year inside the free Discord, and that's all for absolutely free. And if you want all of my bets, click the premium link in the bio, and let's make you some money. I'll see you guys in the next one.